Hello, Sagittarius. How y'all doing? Let's get some messages on the table for you guys for the last half of December, okay? Last half of December, these aren't going to be like real long and drawn out. Just some quick messages. The first thing I want to start off with here, I want to see how this person felt about you in the past. That's what I want to break the ice with here, okay? Like basically when the two of you first linked up, you know, the frequency you were on when you first came together, okay? So if you would like information on how to schedule a personal reading, please look in the description box of the video. All right. Let's see what this person's past feelings were. We're going to look at career and finance, money here in this video too. Let's see their past feelings though. What were their past feelings? How this person feel in the past about Sagittarius? Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. The fire signs always show up the quickest. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Y'all always show up the fastest and fill the room up first. Every time. All right. Two more shuffles. All right. Page of Swords reversed. Y'all know what this is, right? That's the Stalker card. And the Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. You know what this feels like to me? This kind of feels to me like this person was how am I going to word this? It's like they played it off. I think they were a little bit more like into you when the two of you first came together than you knew. Now here, okay, so for those of you who are dealing with somebody at the workplace, okay, I know that's not everybody, but I got to throw it out there, okay? I feel like this person had their eye on you a long time before you all linked up, okay? You may know that, I don't know, and I know not everybody's dealing with somebody at the workplace, but either way, Three of Wands, this really feels to me like there's something they really weren't telling you, like they were a little bit shady in the beginning, you know? Like they would spend more time sitting around watching you and stalking you, you know, when you weren't talking. I think that it's just something. This feels kind of shady and flaky, dude. Look at this. It's not really digging as deep as I want it to dig, though. It's really not. There could have been a third party in the mix too. Yeah, there could. That's not uncommon at all, man. There could have been a third party here. Look. But this is a little bit confusing because what's that Page of Swords reversed for? As the overall energy. What is that all about? Five of Swords reversed? Strength card? Yeah, there was something. They were just being real kind of closed off and flaky and shady in the beginning, I feel like. You know? You may have been like all the way up front, you know, bringing your best self forward. And I just don't really feel like they were. It just kind of feels like they weren't being real with you. They weren't being real with you. There was like they had this other side of their personality that they were hiding, you know, and they would spend more time like sitting around like Facebook stalking you and see, you know, and they hush about this. They didn't. Does that make any sense at all? Thank you, Bianca, for that super chat. Appreciate you. I hope so. I hope it does, because it just feels like they were hiding who they really were when the two of you first linked up. Like whatever went wrong between the two of you, I think it may have had a lot to do with the fact that they weren't being their true self. They weren't being 100% authentic when the two of you first came together. They weren't. Magician reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles. See, you see what I'm saying? I'm not really seeing any. Here's another thing that I'm not really seeing in this spread either. I'm not seeing anything that indicates that they were like really super like into you or in love with you. But it's so weird because it's like they were into you, but not like emotionally into you. That makes sense at all, man. Thank you, Larissa, for that super chat. Appreciate it. Let's see what their current feelings are. If I try to spin that spread one more time, man, it's going to make my head spin off. Let's see the current feelings. Current feelings. How's this person currently feeling? How are they currently feeling? The Eight of Wands. So they could be wanting to communicate. They could be wanting to reach out and message you, say something to you. Let's see. Oh, Seven of Swords, though. I still don't think you know everything there is to know about this person. I like, look, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, they do. I do think that they have some things that they want to say to you, but I think that for those of you who are not in communication with this person, I think that they're aware that that's a boundary they probably shouldn't cross. If that makes any sense? With the Fool card reversed and Four of Wands reversed. It's like that's a boundary they know they shouldn't cross, so they're not doing it. But I feel like they're planning for it. Does that make sense? I do feel like they are planning for it. World card reversed. So they do feel unfinished business. But what I'm looking for, here's the thing that I'm looking for. Are they in love with you? Were they ever in love with you? I'm not seeing that here anywhere. I'm really not. You got the Page of Cups here. So you could be dealing with somebody a lot younger than you. Okay. But if they're not younger than you, I just feel like this person isn't as emotionally mature as you would need them to be. That makes sense? Lover's card reversed, Page of Cups. I'm not seeing any type of true, genuine emotional connection. Queen of Swords. I'm really not. Seven of Cups. Okay, so they either have been or they have been wanting to see other people. You know, they've been at least trying. Let's just put it that way. They've at least been trying to play the field and date around. Okay, we're going in circles now. Man, this is a mess, dude. This feels like something. I'm going to just get all tarot cards aside. If this was me, this would be something that I would be like working very, very hard to try to clear my energy of. You know, I'd be trying to clear my energy of this right here because this feels like a trap. This feels like a vibrational trap to me. Let's see if they're going to take any actions toward you, though. Let's see if they're going to take any actions. This isn't telling me anything that I'm looking for. That must mean then that what I'm looking for isn't there then. But all right, let's see here. What's their actions? What actions are they taking? Three of Cups. Five of Cups. World card reversed again. Yeah, okay, so there's the Page of Cups. So eventually I do think that you are going to hear from this person. I think you are going to hear from them, and it looks to me like they have 1,000 excuses that they're going to give you. You know, they're probably going to try to butter up your biscuit with a bunch of excuses. You know, man, it was just so rough back then. I was going through so much, and I was having stress at work, and I was having problems with my family. Boo hoo me, boo hoo me, boo hoo me, boo hoo me, poor pitiful me. You know, I feel like this person's got a bunch of excuses because they could be wanting you to be the one that reaches out, possibly, you know, and I just kind of feel like the pressure is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Okay, it's getting heavier, and it's going to get to the point where I do feel like they're going to break the ice with you. They're going to break the silence, and probably immediately first thing that they're going to do is start with a pity party. You know, just to prevent any conflict or confrontation. Okay. Yeah. See, they don't even know how to approach you. They don't know how to approach you. They want to talk to you, but they don't know what to say to you. They don't know how to start a conversation with you. So I feel like they're going to immediately start buttering you up with sob stories and excuses. You know, I mean, they could know that you have an incredibly huge heart, and maybe that's worked before. You know, and it might work again. I don't know, but I feel like that's what's eventually going to end up happening. But this honestly doesn't really feel like December to me. It really doesn't. This doesn't feel like December. This feels like more along the January, February. This might end up happening during the Mercury retrograde for some of you. Yup, Mercury. That's when the exes like to come back, isn't it? That's when the exes like to come back, is during the retrogrades, Mercury. All right, what time we got here? Okay, let's look at the outcome then. Let's see what's the outcome. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. So you all might be able to like come together and be friends. You know, you might be able to come together and be friends. Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, I kind of feel like you all are going to be friends. That's what this feels like here. But there's still a tension between the two of you. There is still tension. I feel like the two of you are going to more than likely end up becoming a part of each other's lives. But it doesn't look like it's a real strong emotional connection, because I don't really think that there's a bunch of trust established between the two of you. Okay, but with the Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Sun card, it kind of feels like y'all are going to become friends more than likely. Can y'all be friends? Can you be friends? Hangman, I don't see it really going further than that. I don't really see there being like a big bunch of movement forward in a different direction. Does that make sense? Let's get some advice here. Then we're going to look at money after this. Money and career. All right, what's the advice? What's the advice? Okay, Judgment. Five of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so don't try too hard. Don't try too hard to win this person's approval. And if you feel them trying really hard to like persuade you, keep your boundaries up. Keep your boundaries up, okay? With this Hangman here and this Seven of Wands, keep your boundaries up and just allow that. I feel like you're going to have to be the one that kind of keeps your walls up for a while and let them down ever so slowly, okay? And then whenever you feel like that boundary is respected and it's unspoken and it's known, then you can let your walls down. But that boundary has to be in place. It has to be in place and it has to be acknowledged and respected, okay? That's all I'm saying. And the two of you might be able to have a successful friendship, if anything, but I don't know if I would take it further than that right now. Don't know if I would take it further than that. All right. Let's take a look at career and finance. Let's take a look at that career and finance. The King of Wands reversed. Okay, I kind of feel like some of y'all are getting bored. Some of y'all are getting bored. Yeah, man. Some of y'all are getting a little bit bored. It's like you can feel change coming and you're getting a little bit impatient and restless. You're doing the best that you can to remain cool and calm and relaxed. But I feel like you feel change coming. You're getting bored and you're kind of like restless with it, you know? Thank you, Marnie, for that super chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. And here's the thing about it. With the Death card here, you feel the change coming. But the thing about the Death card is it's slow. It's slow. Okay. And whenever, and I mean, the Death card's actually a very positive thing. It freaks people out a lot, but it's really, unless you're asking a death question, a question about, you know, if you're asking it, is my life in danger, and the Death card comes out, that's about the only time it should freak you out. Typically, all this really means is the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, but it's slow. Okay. This is the Scorpio card. Okay. The reason being is what happens during Scorpio season? What happens? Everything slowly dies, slowly begins to die. And it's a slow, gradual death process. And then after that, you still have that dormant lull period of wintertime for, you know, and it's a while before the next cycle, the spring cycle begins. That's the thing about this death energy here. Okay. You feel that change coming. It's just slow. You know, and I feel like y'all are getting a little bit bored, a little bit restless, ready for some change. Yeah, you're ready for it, but it's just not happening fast enough. It's not happening fast enough. Nine of Pentacles reversed. I see some of y'all a little bit worried about money too. A little bit worried, wanting to control your finances, worrying about your money. That's not a good energy to pump into it. What's the best advice? General and career and financial advice. Well, not financial advice. I can't say that. I'm not saying financial advice. I can't give financial advice, but you see what I'm saying? Energy advice. Energy advice in regards to finances. How about that? Okay. General energy advice in regards to life, career, and finance. There we go. Did I word that right? Did I say it right? All right. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Ooh, wait for the sign. Okay. And I hate to sound like that because I know when we talk about manifestation, a lot of times waiting can get in the way. So, for the want of a better word, wait for the sign. Don't sit around and literally wait on it, but don't make a move until you know it's time. Okay. Because when that sign comes with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups, you already know, you feel it. You feel it deep down in your soul. It's going to be eventually time to walk away from this. Okay. Don't make any random sporadic decisions. Okay. You are better at that than Aries. Okay. But sometimes you all can still get a little bit impatient from time to time. You can still get a little bit impatient, but you're not as bad as Aries. You're not as bad as Aries. So just remain calm, remain cool, remain collected. Okay. Whenever it's time for you to link up to the frequency that will lead you to the career that aligns with your highest good, you'll know. Okay. In the meantime, practice giving yourself permission to pursue your passion. Okay. You know, your average person, you ask your average person, what are you passionate about? You know, more than half the people out there don't even have a clue what they're passionate about. You know why? Because we were brought up into a system that has programmed us to chase money so much to the point to where we just ignore what we're passionate about, because we've never given ourselves permission to pursue anything that we're passionate about, because our number one priority is to chase money. And if I won't make any money, I'm not wasting my time. Think about that. Think about how we were programmed to think. If I'm not making money, pursuing my passion is a waste of time. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look, it'll take some time, but give yourself permission. I guarantee you, if you sit and you really think about it, you can think of something that you're passionate about. But that little voice inside automatically comes up with a million excuses as to why I shouldn't do it. You know, I'm going to use cheesy examples. Okay. But let's say, for example, you've always wanted to make candles. Some of you have heard me use this example before. Always wanted to make candles. Okay. And that thought's been buried in the back of your mind. And every day you cruise past the craft store and you hear this little bitty voice whispering in the back of your head, man, I would just love one of these days to go in there and get some wax and some jars and a temperature gun and some wicks and figure out how to make candles, man. But one of these days when I have time, I don't have time for that. You know, that's what we always say. Or I can't afford to spend the money on that right now. Excuse after excuse after excuse. That little voice, the voice that has been programmed to hold us back. The voice inside of our head that runs on autopilot, that's programmed to hold us back from reaching our full potential, will come up with 1,000 excuses as to why you shouldn't go pursue your passion. Okay. We need to practice unwiring that. Next time you, and again, this is just an example. I know y'all, not all y'all want to make candles, but you understand the example. Next time you cruise by that craft store, quit making excuses. You turn your car into that craft store. You get your ass in there. You buy your wax and your jars and your wicks and your temperature gun. You take your ass home. You open up YouTube and you type in how to make candles at home, and you make you a fucking candle right now. Give yourself permission to do that. Give yourself permission to spend however much time you want, however much money you want. Give yourself permission to do something that you're passionate about for no good reason other than it lights your soul on fire. This is the frequency we need to practice being on, okay? Now, again, it doesn't happen overnight. None of these things that we do are going to happen overnight, okay? We need to practice. Just like anything you want to get good at, it takes practice, okay? So I would work on that in the meantime, okay? I would work on that in the meantime. Giving yourself permission, think of at least one thing you're passionate about and allow yourself to pursue it. Who cares if it's going to lead to financial success or not? That's not why we do things that we're passionate about. We do things we're passionate about because it lights our soul on fire. And if you play your cards right, money will chase you. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, yes, it will. When you really, really learn to start following your fire, money will start chasing you, okay? Anyway, I feel like those were the messages that my Saggies needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and playing along, man. I greatly appreciate all the love and the support and the positive feedback you all show me every single time I come on here and do this. Greatly appreciate y'all, man. It makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find information on how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between right now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.